Resolution is the quality of art that art viewers and artists value the most. Resolution is made up of so many factors. You might think it's about defining and achieving one specific goal, like getting an apple to appear red, or maybe something more complex, like getting a portrait to feel distant. But there is always something more to consider. The how of our process. How did we get here? How does it look this way? How do these elements relate? In today's drawing, we explore the way that I try to achieve resolution. In your own sketchbook, try this. Write a list of 15 verbs, and then draw a shape symbolizing each word. I make these by fitting them around my hand, and I ended up having to sew seams just so that my fingers had some place to rest, because otherwise they just kind of flop off. Right now I'm trying to define like where my arm is turning into my body, so like this angle always kind of messes me up because I'm sitting perpendicular to it. So when I see this relationship, it like always skews it, so I want this to be coming straight towards me, my elbow, but it's actually like angled slightly. So this one makes my hands gray, but this one does a lot less of that. Like my hands were pretty clean at the end of the last session. These are my knuckles right here that are just turning up into space, and I'm trying to get them to feel like they're coming at you a little bit, or like up towards this shape up here. It's nice because I think I keep seeing this as slightly larger than it needs to be. Like as I'm chiseling away at it, I feel like I'm kind of pushing all these sticks together. It's like I'm building it out of toothpicks. Aesthetic? I mean, I definitely think it's subjective, but I think they're like, it's subjective based on like social constructs and a bunch of other like kind of anatomical rules, maybe is the way I would put it. I love how this kind of creates these weird like kind of hard-edged oblong shapes, these like organic curves, because there aren't a lot of tools that can make those types of shapes. It's almost like a spray paint can with a stencil. Yeah, absolutely. I think technique is objective. I think it's subjective what kind of technique you apply. Like it's an option, it's a choice, it's a power that an artist has, it's a creative response. But the technique that you learn is learned, and it's very based on vision, it's based on psychology. So I know you said that you got rid of Twitter a while ago, but I recently picked up Twitter, and today was the first day that I enjoyed reading stuff on Twitter. That's the thing, is they make it so easy to get back into the fold. Social media. I was watching a Facebook hearing, or like Mark Zuckerberg testify the other day. So much of my network is on Instagram, and that is painful. I like how this is so light that I can make whatever marks I want, and they'll just kind of accumulate, but they won't have that big of an impact. And how long were you on it for? I do have to remember to lift my hand up every once in a while, because the other day I noticed that, see, I get like this red spot. It's like it'll emerge, but also I have like structure in those toothpicks I was mentioning. Because I have to turn my head and the keyboard's at an angle from me, there's this like warping that happens. Since it's angled up and out, it starts to kind of curve when you look at one spot below it. The keyboard is giving me such interesting like intervals of space, because like the shadows are all very like punctuated on the keyboard, because it's just like such high contrast since the light is right above it. And that is really nice for being able to kind of like create visual movement with this like curved kind of contour of the keyboard. And then there's more over here that are like, so these little shapes that I'm gonna draw are gonna be more parallel and like perpendicular to me than these shapes. So these shapes are gonna start to get like smaller as they recede over. So they like go that way. And then these shapes are going to be more like up and down. I picked up a book about object-oriented ontology by, which is like this principle that everything exists as an object by itself and doesn't need humans to be an object. Yeah, we should do another reading stream sometime soon, maybe this Friday. Thanks! It's Stream Beats, which is, no, the channel's called like Alpha Gaming on YouTube, but he made like a bunch of free sounds. I mean, I really like talking during my drawings, but this is like really easy for me. If I play a video game, I'm terrible at reading chat. I feel like this last couple months I've been really consistent with like all of these kind of video streaming whatnot things. I am really bad at Fortnite. I'm like good for the first like 2 seconds of the game, and then everyone gets materials and I'm bad because it involves learning a whole new key binding set, and that's a lot of effort. I play a lot of Apex though. I do them myself. They look a lot worse in person than on stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've had like bad anxiety the last few years, but it's been a lot better lately. Kira helps a lot. Kira's my fiance. Yeah, it's weird to be engaged during COVID, but yes, almost marriage. On Monday, actually, what I did do was I put my phone to the side and I worked out, and then I just like chilled and kind of meditated, but mostly just chilled, and that really helped a lot. Like just being able to remove myself from my device, you know, like rip off the arm. We want our friends and family to be at the wedding. We don't want to just like have a wedding and then have like some weird tent with like 3 people in it, and then I want to hug my mom. Can you post a picture of what you're talking about in Discord? Isn't Take On Me isn't the music video for that drawn? I'm finally breaking out this soft graphite thing. I ordered these 2 months ago, and I ordered 6 packs of them, and they didn't come for like until last week. No, I haven't, but that sounds fun. What kind of music are they? I mean, this was really weird because I ordered it in November, which like I ordered a bunch of other things in November, and they came like this came the day after I ordered it. It's a dry powder pigment from New York though, so that was really easy to get here. Honestly, like to use is ultramarine. It's just like the most like steadfast. Like all the other blues do really weird things when you mix them with other colors. Like you might think you'll get a green if you mix blue and yellow, but if you're using Magnes blue, you'll get like some weird teal color. And if you like it even amounts, like if you mix even amounts, you're getting like different powered levels. Or if you use cobalt blue, you'll get more of like a blue green.
The main theme of his life, I think his inspiration was the pain of humanity.
Wow, I really love that work. I've never seen it, but thank you for sharing. Sometimes I'll darken portions of the outline or like the border that I gave myself, this like format, because I want to emphasize where like shapes kind of continue without having to breach that edge, because I think the stronger the line is, the stronger this frame that I'm seeing within is, the easier it is for me to kind of plan what the resolution of the image is. Because like once you break that border, there's like a whole world of possibility that opens up. So I have to be really deliberate about like what lines I kind of search for outside of it. Oh, figures. Oh, I read fingers, as you know. It's really easy for me to make the same exact mark twice because it's like a more ergonomic tool. I can make repeated motions because it's so much bigger and it takes up my palm. And that's just interesting.